Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my video, please consider subscribing. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for the support, and for everyone, I just want you to know that Jesus loves you so much. So this is the part 2 of the other video that I did about vegetables. So today we are going to be talking about fruit that you should not store in the fridge for long. I explained in the other video, you know, we want to always make our cooking time, or we want to eat healthy, and we just want everything to be around us, or everything to just be available, so that anytime you want to eat, you just look at your fridge and you're motivated to eat healthy, which is a very good thing. But we are also looking at saving our money so that we are not pouring them in the waste, in the bin after buying them. Just the way there are other vegetables that shouldn't go into the fridge for long, same things, they are fruit that you should not store in your fridge for long as well. I'm not a food nutritionist, as I said before. They might have their own opinion and views, but I'm saying from the reality of what I face. So the first fruit that you should not put in your fridge for long is strawberry. Strawberries are very delicious fruit. I love strawberries when they are sweet, because sometimes if it's not the season, you end up with sour ones. But strawberries, when they stay in your, you know, just as I said, the fridge in the store and the fridge at home are different. They don't have the same degrees of coldness, okay? So they are different. Now, if you get a strawberry from the store and you put it in your fridge, 2 days later you will begin to discover, or you will discover that it is beginning to give that kind of reddish, pinkish, or something like that. It's beginning to turn pink just at some point. The corners, like drying, is beginning to change its color. Is either drying or becoming somehow, I don't know how to say that, but it's beginning to either decay. I don't know, but I'll just put a picture of what I mean here so that you will see it's turning that way. So I will advise that you should not go and buy 2 packs of strawberry when you know that you will not eat them in the next 2 to 3 days, because in the 4th day of buying strawberry, they will completely start to dry off in every corner of it. So just buy strawberry in the quantity that you will consume in either 24 hours or 72 hours. That is another fruit that does not stay long in the fridge. The next fruit I'll be talking about is raspberry. Now, when you buy this raspberry, they look so good, but they are fragile. I don't know how to say, but they are a little bit on a softer side. So if you buy raspberry, these are raspberry. If you buy raspberry from the shop and you bring it to your fridge at home, the fact is that it won't stay up to 2 complete days without it beginning to change its own color. So I begin that once a fruit begin to behave like that, the nutrients in it are reducing. So I would not advise someone to buy a lot of raspberries if you're not consuming them. In fact, in the next 24 hours, I won't say more than 24 hours, because they will totally change and look somehow like begin to melt. Not melt, begin to whatever they're doing, I don't know. But they are beginning to bring out some liquid that changes. The next thing I'm going to be talking about are blueberries. Blueberries are a bit hard, which is a good thing. But do you know that when you get blueberries and they stay for 2 to 3 days in the fridge, they begin to dry instead. And at some point, some of them inside begin to get soft. So I don't know if they're ripening, but it begins to get soft. And while growing up, I was taught that when a fruit is beginning to get too ripe, you shouldn't eat it, because that is already losing its nutrient. Blueberries are good, but don't buy them in a large quantity. Just buy it in a quantity that you'll be able to consume within the next 2 to 3 days, so that it will not spoil in your fridge and your money will not be wasted. All we want to do is enjoy what we're enjoying and saving money as well. I don't know if avocado is a fruit or a vegetable. Another thing you should not store in your fridge for long is avocado. So when I didn't know this, I would always buy avocado like 4 or 5 and just put it in my fridge and expect that, well, it can stay for 2 whole weeks, it can stay for 3 weeks, and I'll still come back and enjoy it. Little do I know that I was wasting my money and I'm not aware of it. After buying like 4 avocados, I didn't consume it like every day. I'm eating avocado. So the first day, I had it, it was okay. The second day, I began to see some patches on it, like they were looking brownish or something, not brown, but they were beginning to decay. So I'm like, well, maybe I didn't get a good one. Excuse me. So I was like, maybe I did not get a good one. So I didn't have avocado again like until the next 2-3 days. When I opened it, it was almost completely bad. I threw that away. So I'm like, okay, I think I did not choose the right one. I kept on giving excuses. So when I opened the 4th one in the next couple of days, everything had gone bad. I threw that away. So when I went to the shop again, I repeated the same mistake, bought 4. So when I see that the same thing happened, I now realized that I came to the conclusion that avocado are not also stuff to store in the fridge for long. So it is better to buy them in smaller quantity and then go back to buy another one than to buy in large quantity and waste them. You don't want to do that because it's so painful. I've gone through that. I'm seeing like my 1 pound going into the bin, my 2 pound going into the bin because I did not realize it early. So now what I do is just buy a little quantity and when I'm done, get another one. So that is another thing that doesn't stay. Avocado is not something you should put for long in your fridge. Let me know in the comment section if your avocado stays for long, so I will know that something is wrong with my fridge. Fruit you should not store in your fridge for long is going to be blackberry. Blackberries are something like raspberries, but they are bigger. When you get your blackberry, please buy it in a quantity that you will consume it within the next 24 hours of opening. I call them fruit that are fragile, like they are easily to just go bad. I call them fragile fruit. I don't know if that is right, but they are fruits that they are soft. They are soft, so you want to be careful with putting them in the fridge. Another thing that you should not put in your fridge for so long after opening it is watermelon. Watermelon. I'm saying this because watermelon is something that you should not put in your fridge after cutting them for long. Consume it within the next 24 to 72 hours if possible. But if it's not possible, don't cut them and put it in the fridge. Don't cut them and put it in the fridge because it will lose its nutrient. Like in fact you will feel it when you are eating. The sweetness will be disappearing when you are eating it. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about, just as I said, these are the things I'm saying you can add it up in the comment section. Okay, I'm not saying this is the end of it. I'm just giving my unpopular opinion. Another thing I would say don't put in the fridge is this melon. I don't know the name of this melon, but this melon here, that's something, the name I don't know, but this melon here, if you store it in the fridge for 2 days, that is from my experience, without even cutting it. You know, when I was saying watermelon, I said after cutting, but this fruit, without even cutting it, it begins to shrink. That's the right way. It begins to shrink. When you're eating it, you will start feeling like you're eating a film. You know, when you're eating sponge. Do you eat sponge? I said, well, you know, when you're eating sponge, like someone eats sponge. So, you know, it sounds like you're chewing a sponge, and I know nobody eats sponge. So this melon here is this kind of melon that you just store it for 2 days in your fridge and it begins to shrink and shrink, and all of a sudden it starts drying off within the next 3 days it will start drying off. And when you cut it, like 1 week later, it will become half of it. If it was this way, it will become like that, half of its size. So that doesn't mean it has gone bad. You will cut it and still see it looking there, but the color inside will change, and it will start tasting like a sponge. And that is just the truth, because I don't know how to explain it, because when I ate it, it was like a sponge, and I was wondering if I'm chewing a sponge or eating a melon. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from here. What do you disagree with, and what do you agree with? The things I've mentioned from the first part of this video to this second part. What did you learn, and what are the things you want to correct or add or reduce from this video? I'm open to it. One thing I always say is, don't bring insult to me, because I do not respond to insult. When someone tries to bring insult instead of correction to me, I will assume that you are someone that needs help. Okay, I'll assume that you're somebody that needs help, because there is no need of trying to correct someone and hurting them. It will not really make sense. So correct people in a lovely way, in a lovely manner. Give your opinion without insult. And we've come to the end of this 2 episodes of things that you shouldn't put in the fridge for long. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you've watched at this point, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nagode. Mikolo. That is all saying thank you. In my language, you say Mikolo. That is thank you. Nagode is in Hausa. Thank you. We've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please remember to like, share, comment. Give me a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you in my next video. But until then, always remember that Jesus loves you so much. Bye.